Hello everyone, busygamerdad back again. Going to be continuing our session gameplay series with our King is Watching coverage. This has been a really fun game. The first episode and the demo that we covered a little while back. If you haven't seen those, please do take a look. The King is Watching. The developers were kind enough to send over a key. This is a very fun real-time strategy game with auto battler hybrid kind of thing, and you'll see it when we get into it. The exact mechanics that make this game so unique in the real-time strategy auto battler kind of thing, and it really fits into the busy gamer life. You can play the game 20-30 minutes, put it on a shelf, pick it up again later, and there's certain achievements that you can go after and things like that. So I don't know about you guys, but the squirrels in my backyard have been acting crazy, and I just wanted to know how to catch them. And so I actually looked on the internet to see the best way to kind of catch the squirrels and kind of relocate them. And there was a funny dad joke. It was, how do you catch a squirrel? You climb in the tree and act like a nut. So there you go. That was a funny dad joke that came up, and I think it's because my search history is kind of plagued with them. Anyways, at the end of last episode, we got some meta currency from our win. We went through the tutorial, and I do highly recommend you do the tutorial for this game, if not anything more than to familiarize with yourself with the game, but to get some currency, to get some upgrades. I chose to do the upgrades, I chose to do the council, and I chose to do the challenges. The reason why I chose these three, luck be having it, that we have the ability to unlock the challenges, and that's actually where you get the Ascension Crystals, these guys right here. So the Town Denari and the Ascension Crystals are two separate currencies that are part of the meta progression of the game. And we were actually able and fortunate enough to get these right here. So we actually got First Blood. We actually killed our first enemy. We were able to get this reward. So we get these two things here, and we'll collect those right now. Can't really do too much with those at this time. We don't have the gallery unlocked, so I don't really know what kind of function that has. It does say construct required buildings for access, so that means I have to build the actual building in the town hub, as it were, or the city center. Now, we can select a number of advisors. We only currently have Gustav the duck, who is part of the tutorial, and he is awesome. He's a duck who gives us advice. I don't know about you, but I would take advice from any duck that started to talk to me and tell me about my city planning and my civil engineering for my town. But in the upgrades, we do have the ability to get a couple others if you wanted to. And that's where if you chose to do a couple of runs and mulligan or something like that, get the Town Denari and get the Ascension Crystals, you can certainly get these guys and unlock their utility for you. I don't know what this first quest is, but I purchased it, so I'm hopeful that we'll actually find out what that is. The other upgrades that I picked up were the tile seal here. Place a magic seal on one tile in your castle, and the building receives a 20% boost to production. So I thought that was a really good one to get. And then this one here starts a run with the tile enchanter. A building that is placed on this has, a production tile, basically. So I figured I'd get those ones out of the way and see what those kind of utilities offer for us. So without any further ado, we are just going to jump right into the fun here. We're going to say that as we get into this, I don't want to do anything crazy. It looks like we're just going to do the normal, village, and I don't think there's anything more. Graveyard, unlocked after beating threat level 3. Yep, so we'll do King Baldwin. He's the only one that we have. You can see right there our gaze, our reticle, and what that means is as we progress into this, we're going to be able to unlock more and more space to watch and gain production from. So, here we go. I know that was a little bit of a heavy intro, but here we go. All right, touch the ball to reveal our fate. Here we go. Now let's see here. Margra. Okay, this is a challenge. The boss decided not to activate this mod for now. Thank you very much, Margra. You wish for a fair fight. So if I click on this, can I click on this? Unknown boss. Next boss will be revealed. Okay, so what does this do? That's Margra, and then this is something that they don't have to worry about. Okay, so I'm going to not read through this. I just want to get into the gameplay. So right out of the gate, we're going to pause this real quick, and I'm just going to go over the controls. So you can do this with W, A, S, and D. You can rotate your reticle right here. Everything that's underneath our reticle is active and working. Everything that is not working and active. So therefore, we can only build units when we're actually looking at them. We can only harvest grain when we're actually looking at the grain structures. Very important, and that is the crux of this game. That's the fun of this game as well. So what I'm going to first do is I'm actually going to put down two wells, and then this one is a cursed tile right here, so that's going to make it a defective kind of building one. You can get rid of these with some meta buildings and things like that, like enchanters. But unfortunately, for right now, that's not going to help us. So I'm going to try and get as much as we can here. And then as soon as I get the 18 water, I'm going to get this going. I'm going to put down some lumber. And then I want to get the militia. So we need the militia, and I'm going to put the wheat down, the wheat right here. And then I'm going to rotate this right like that. So the water never runs out. You would have to bulldoze that building, and I'm actually going to do that right now so that we'll recover that card. Okay, so now the next thing that we're looking to get is the militia building, and I'm going to put that right here, and I'm going to put the next militia building down below it. Looks like we got a research table to research building blueprints, but I'm not too keen on that right now. We need $70 to get the tile enchanter. That might get rid of this one. I don't know that for a fact. I will put the market down here, and I will put this down here, and then, so that gives us this right here. Let's pause up the game real quick. So we don't have anything garrisoned right now. We have a limit of 5 units. Our gaze right here. This is going to take us $60 and 60 grain to upgrade. This is going to take us 80 lumber to upgrade. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So currently our troop classes, this is the class bonuses that you can get as you get in there, and our morale is pretty normal. Looks like it's just not one way or another. All right. So the first wave is going to be coming in through here with 1 goblin bandit. So I'm going to start pumping out some militia. That's my job right now. I'm going to spin this, and I'm going to start building out some militia, and I'm going to keep on getting lumber. That's going to be my goal right now. Okay, good. And then from here, I'm actually going to start selling. I have to sell grain. I don't have a choice. I don't have the ability to make flour, or I don't have ore, and I don't have any other way around it. So I'm going to sell some grain. So the reason why I'm doing this way is because I'm going to try and give myself as much lumber as I can, because I'm going to pivot to getting as much money as I can from the market. So we can pick all 3 of these, or I'm sorry, all 4 of these. So we get a levy building. So this is a military structure. The madmen, I mean, I don't like them as a unit. So they're crazy. That's the simplest way to say it. They're crazy. They do damage that's melee damage. They're kind of like the, I don't know, berserkers is what I would call them. The swordsmen are pretty good defenders. They are pretty good all-around units. And then the archers are exactly what they sound like. They're ranged units. They have a C here. Now, I could do the archers, but I don't have the ore. So I might have to pivot to getting these guys. I might have to buy the ore from the market, which would be really expensive. This would be the better unit overall. So let me pick this up here. We did get a crystal mine, we did get a gold mine, we did get a clay mine. So unfortunately, that doesn't really help us too much. It's going to cost us $10 to recycle these, or to re-roll these. I'm sorry, not recycle, re-roll. Very big difference there. The gold mine would help us with money and increasing our stuff, but I really don't see that as helping too much. I mean, I guess that's the one I'm really going to take, because had I taken the madmen, or had I seen what this building was and taken the madmen, this would have been the better choice. But unfortunately, right now we're kind of stuck with just doing something that's going to give us some money to spend. All right, so now this is the next big important factor of this game. You get to pick your fate. You get to choose the waves that come at you. If you go too far in one direction or the other, i.e. going too far for aggressive fights, you'll get wiped out. Or if you go too soft, where you take lighter fights, you don't get the rewards you need to fight the boss at the end of your encounter. So you have to hit this delicate balance. So right now I'm going to take this one here. The Goblin Swordsman is a pretty good one. Wallbusters, they're just thick. They're just thick units. But I want to try and get them, and then this is another swordsman. This is another, so these are the exact same. So I guess I'll do like a little reprieve right here. Now I can pick a bonus if I really wanted to. Troop training would be really nice, but this is really hard. This one, Prophecy 6 Bandits, King Infrastructure card. I do want the resources, so I'll take that early on. I could do a building upgrade. That might help out. I could take the flat cash, because there are shops that come in. I do want some king infrastructure. The troop training would be nice. I guess I'll put that with the low units and just kind of hope for that. And then here, these are wall busters. These are more wall busters. I got to be able to No, I don't want to do that. I want to do that right there. I'll do that. Yeah, I like that mix right there, and I'll kind of leave the everything else on the table. There we are. All right, now we have a random event. They came unprepared. A band of marauders, the Ironfang Raiders, arrive at your gates. They are led by Tharg the Conqueror, a towering brute who apparently bathes in mud. They are demanding tributes of food, gold, and supplies for peace. Your advisors are split. One suggests paying them off to buy time, while another mutters, "No true king bows to a man wearing that much fur in his summer." Let's see here. Let's see what they can do against our walls. Increase our HP by 20. That might be fun. Unleash the magical gaze. That gives us a spell. Buy time and prepare. Choose an artifact. 50%. We have a 50-50 chance of getting an artifact. I'm going to go with the spell. I want the spell. I don't want the 50-50. You summon the terrifying power of your magical gaze, forming a giant, intimidating eye in the sky, thoroughly frightening the marauder, panics to flee, screaming about sky demons and giant staring things. Amused by their terror, you further refine this visual trick, improving your kingdom's magical intimidation. Hey, cool, awesome, nice, that's cool. So did I get? Let's see here. Claim the reward. Weakness. We can apply a weakness buff, attack speed, and movement speed, or we can apply movement speed, so we can get a debuff or we can get a buff. I'm going to go with the buff. All right, there, and then we're just going to be churning out stuff that we can. I'm going to try and get the archery unit up. If I can do it, that would be really stellar. So we're kind of not helping ourselves here. So if I do this, this is helping us. We're getting enough wheat to sell. And then hopefully we can get... So I'm going to pause this real quick. Let me see here. Yeah, okay, so that's going to be there. I want to leave that there. Now I thought there was a way to increase that, increase that, increase that. The market. I could garrison some units if I really, really wanted to. Send to barracks, and then I can only have a total of 4 there. Okay, so I guess I should... No, I mean, I'll heal them. I'll keep them out. After cutting 15 trees, get 400... Oh. So I have to cut 15 of these things. Holy crow. That's a lot. That is a lot indeed. Alright, so that's not going to happen for us. Unless I change up what I have here. I don't think I have the ability to sell anything right now. Or, I'm sorry, buy anything right now. I don't think I have that utility. So this just needs water for building research. That might be where I go next. Because if I drop this well right there, that covers that tile, and I'm still using things. No artifacts yet. Alright, let's keep this going. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. You can move the speed up if you really, really wanted to. I kind of like where it's at right now. It's not too oppressive or, you know, stressful or anything like that. So definitely something you can play around with if you want to for yourself. All right, so I'm going to do... I can't do that, so I'll do this right here. Yeah, I'll do that right there. And then I'm going to actually do this. And then this should give us lots of monies. All right, and then... I'm going to do this, and I'm going to take them all out, and then I'm going to close this out. So that's a lot of units. I'm probably going to lose. I'm not surprised. So let's do this right here. And then they're going to wail on the walls for just a little bit. How can I increase this with 80 lumber? So I'm actually going to drop this right here. Because I got to get the troop increased so I can get at least more militia or more peasants. All right, so we won. We got the win. We took 17 damage to our wall. Our walls fall, we lose. None of these are exactly what I want. So I guess I'll just keep with the... I guess I'll do this one right here. And then we'll take the resources. Iron. Darn it. I was really hoping for that iron. I was really, really hoping for that iron. You know what I'm going to do? If I take the wheat, that means we don't have to worry about wheat for a while. So I'm going to do that. I mean, I could have always sold that here. That would have gave me 3. Maybe a missed opportunity for some extra extra monies, but not a big deal. All right, so I'm going to move over here, and I'm just going to generate some water and some lumber. Don't really have a choice with any of this right now. All right, so we got some lumber, and then I'm going to just pivot this right here, keep doing that. I might be forced to drop that right there. So tile chanter, building cost. Yep, so we're going to lose all them. And then I'll move this over here and start turning out some units and selling some wheat. Yeah, upgrade cost. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that. Keep on turning out units and have them just finish them up. Doesn't look like we're going to lose. We lost another point, but we're going to lose some more units here. Keep going, my little peasants. Go. Go. Yes, excellent. I could upgrade my... I kind of stuck to upgrade my militia right here, my troops. Riders, what are you? Grunts? Yeah, that's the peasants. Crossbowmen, no units affected by this. Grunts get 15% more health. That's what I got to do. That's what I got to do right there. Okay, cool. So we got that going right there. Are you guys all HP savvy? I'm going to just garrison everybody so they get healed back up. That way they get healed up. They don't heal when they're out in the field, so keep that in mind for yourselves. I could drop this down. I think I actually might do that. All right, so that's gonna stink. So I'm gonna upgrade that, and I don't have another unit actually. Oh, I don't have another peasant hut. Oh, that's great. That's great. I totally thought I had another peasant hut. Oh well, that's fine. I'm just going to start doing this right here because I think we need wheat and I don't have wheat. That's funny. That is funny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demolish this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put that right there. Hey, we made it through pretty okay. We made it through pretty okay. All right, so we're going to get, well, there it is. There's the Madman house. I mean, they are a grunt. They do get more HP. We could do the bone pit, which would be pretty funny in my eyes. Undead, and they're a grunt as well. Or the Whitman's house. Just money? That's what you take? Increase. That's the upgrades that they see. I guess I kind of want to try out the undead, actually. I really feel like the undead would be a better choice, but we have a bunch of money to really play around with, so the Whitmen are not a bad idea. So let's try those guys out. Let's do that. Let's do the Whitmen. Yeah, let's just do that. And then if I were to drop this right there, no, I have to drop it where? Right here? Right there, and then yeah, I'll just do wheat right here. And then I will destroy this wheat field. So then if I put you guys in the garrison, get you guys healed up. I gotta get some money. So once they're back up and running, I will quick send them out. Oh, so they whip my units into a frenzy. That's fabulous. That's terrible, actually. That's terrible. I didn't realize that was what they did. I mean, we kicked their butts, but that was not good. All right, the trader's here. Let's see what the trader has to offer. The gold mine, great. Potter's farm, I don't know. That's not really going to help me too much. Longbowman, that could work. No, actually, it can't work. Never mind. We don't have the ability to make what they need. Dragon Bakery. We do not have oil. I don't even know how to make oil. So yeah, it looks like they're kind of forcing us with the Madman. Let's see what else relic-wise we can get. When one of our troops dies, an explosive scarecrow will be created in its place and has a 40-second cooldown. Okay. Damage from bosses from units is increased. I don't know why I would. Oh, bosses from units. Okay. When you kill an enemy, a random one is healed for 20%. I think I like this because our units are so weak, they're just gonna die. That's really honestly what I'm thinking. The market, trading faster. So we have actually a fair amount of money. So I kind of want to play around with this and this one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just get the 2 relics and call it a day. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Spawn troops on the battlefield. I'm gonna just send you guys back to get some rest, and then I'm gonna get you guys get some more peasants. Basically have the same tile set in 2 locations, which is kind of a redundancy. Actually, if I go here, this is the better play because then I'll just, I don't want to destroy this. But this will give us what we need here, and then I got to get some water. Right there, okay, and then we'll get some water here. Nice, and then we got the archery. I mean, I don't know. I really, am I gonna regret not getting the madmen? Probably eventually. All right, so we got the prophecy. These goblin bandits are gonna be pretty rough for us to deal with. Get those guys in there. Get those guys in there so they can heal up. I can almost get the gaze increase, which would be there. Nice. So now our gaze is a full square, which is pretty helpful. Because then I can just drop... Let's see. What do I want to do? If I drop a forest here, right there, then that's everything I need. Kind of. Almost. Basically. Alright, and then quick deploy. Go get him! This guy didn't actually heal. I thought he would have healed. Maybe he just didn't heal that much? I mean, the whip guys are doing what they can. There's the scarecrow. Alright, money. Alright, what do we got here? A peasant hut, militia. They are the next tier up from that. But they are warriors. These are grunts. I might try and just do a peasant build because reasons. Because they're grunts, right? And they're not gonna... These are warriors. They're not gonna get the 20% increase to health. I kinda am gonna be forced to do this, aren't I? Yeah, I'm just gonna do that and let's have some fun with it. Let's hear iron, great bushes, clay mines. There's the iron, so we can finally get what we got like the round 1. Production, there's another iron mine, I will take it. An artifact, let's see here. Gain 3 iron for every enemy we kill. Each spell you cast has a 30% chance to be cast twice. I'll take that one just to have it. We just got, what was that? I don't know what that was that we just picked up. We'll check it out in a moment. And then we got a prophecy. Now we get to pick again what our waves are going to be. The wall busters. I kind of want to see how my units do against the wall busters right now. The shamans are a bit annoying to deal with. And then we can get a spell. 6 goblin bandits. Let's finish out with that. We could get an artifact here. So I'll do that. This one is 90 resources. This is a veteran barracks, levy building, or a king infrastructure. Let's do... This one's going to be super easy, I think. The lizard riders are actually no joke. From everything I know about this, the lizard riders are actually pretty awful, but we'll see how bad they are firsthand. And, you guys can... They may be a run ender, but that's fine. I do not want to fight a fire mage. That sounds terrible. Especially with a shaman. There's a giant and there's another giant. So, which one of these is more appealing? The infrastructure or the levy? Let's do the kingdom infrastructure. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, now we get another event. The Cursed Crown. During a routine inspection of your treasury, your attendants stumbled upon a dramatic crown that looks like it was designed by an edgy jeweler going through a rebellious phase. That's funny. Your court mage beams. Your Majesty, the crown of Velendrath grants unmatched power and mild insanity. But think about the possibilities. That's like when you read the back of like a medicine thing and you're just like, may cause all these things, but don't worry, you won't have a runny nose. It's like, no, I'd rather just have the runny nose and not, I don't know, explosive diarrhea or anything like that. Let's see. What do we want to know? Destroy this fashion disaster. We can choose reward building upgrade times 250%. Receive nothing. Okay. Empower your madmen. Do I have the madman house? Did I buy that? Did I get that? I don't think I got that. It is just pushing this madman stuff. Wear it. Superstitions be damned. Receive permanent 7 morale. What does 7 morale do? Increases damage dealt. You know what? Fashion sense it is. Bravely dismissing all warning, you place the sinister crown atop your royal head. Immediately you feel invigorated with incredible power and perhaps a mild, delightful lunacy. Your couriers note how you now laugh at slightly inappropriate times, but nobody dares question your brilliant but occasionally erratic leadership. All right, there we are. So what did that just do to me? That just gave me increases damage dealt by all units 1% per morale. So we just got 10% increase to our damage. That's actually pretty crazy. And then current factors, 3 from number of units, 7 from other source. So that's the current factors that are affecting that. That's actually pretty awesome. I like seeing the breakdown. So what do I want to do here? I want to get this up and running, so I need to get this down here. How much wheat do we have? We have a lot of wood right now, so I'm actually going to do this. I'm actually going to destroy the lumber. I'm going to put down this. Is that what I want to do? There's another peasant hut, so that'll increase our cap there. So I did that. We just have to wait for the wheat to replenish, and then I can do this. Is that the right thing to do? Yes, that's what I feel is the right thing to do. Okay. All right, we're going to unpause, and we're going to have some fun. All right, and then we'll garrison up the units right there. And the scarecrow just kind of stays out there doing his thing. I could dismiss the unit if I wanted to, but I don't really think I do. All right, so we'll put the peasant hut, I don't know, right there. All right, and then the archery, like right here, there. And then we'll get the archery units out first because I have a feeling those are going to really be integral for our overall success. Let's up the speed just a little bit so we can kind of get through this. All right, so we're low on the iron. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. All right, upgrade costs, right. Archers are wheat, okay. Oh, no. Why are you all doing that, you silly archers? I mean, you're brave, but you're dumb. All right, let's see what happens. Let's get this going here. What do I want to put there? Wheat. So we're chunking them. We're doing some really good damage. Yep, there we are. Okay. Gain 2 wine every time we kill someone. Gives fireworks spell every 3 waves. I don't know what the fireworks spell does, and I don't know what the wine does. I feel like the wine is for something that I don't currently have, so I'm going to go with the thing. I'm going to go with that. Alright, swap troops on the battlefield. Interesting. Okay, so I'm actually going to put you guys back in here so you guys can get some maybe healing up. We could increase our troop cap, which might not be a bad idea. Get him. No, quick release. Get everybody out there. And then, let's see here. What am I missing for you? I don't think I'm missing anything right now, other than maybe this space. I need water. Oh, maybe that's what I'm missing. So I should probably put some water down, huh? Well, this is pretty good. We actually stopped them out in the field, which is nice. But we paid a heavy price. I'm not going to lie. The militia units. Those are, again, the warriors, the Whitman house, their grunts, and the madmen. Fine, I'll take the madmen, finally. I don't think I'll get them down this round. Or any round, for that matter, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll take them. And then we have a hospital. Heals injured. Oh, well, then that's what I need right there. Worshippers. Sacrifice by permanent morale for each sheep sacrificed. Well, that's interesting, but I'm going to take the hospital. I'm going to take the hospital. How do I get the hospital up? Oh, with lumber. Well, that's fabulous. So as soon as this one's gone, I'm going to drop everybody out. And then I'll put this down right there. And if I do this, what am I missing here? Wheat. Of course I'm missing wheat. Yeah, so these guys are just fast little charger units, but our guys are doing a fair number on them pretty quick. Okay, so again, we were able to win. Not bad. What spell do we get? Evasion. And dagger fall, blade fall. I'm going to do blade fall. Horizontal damage? Sure, that's fine. Metal. Oh, we can do the clay. That might get us the madmen, which would be pretty funny. Let's do that. All right, so now let's reassess. Let's reassess. We have the hospital. We need the wheat for the madmen building. And I'm doing that right now. So let's do that. And then once construction upgrade, it can be upgraded into a resource building of your choice. Interesting. Okay, so I don't want that right now. I do want to try and get this hospital down. But I need to replenish my troops right now. So I have 3 archers, I have 2 whipmen, and I need to get my militia back. I think I'm doing what I need to do here. So I think we're in a good spot. So I'm going to leave what's going on here. So now these are our spell tiles. These are our king abilities. We don't have any king abilities right now, as you can see, and that's fine. We'll get them as we progress through the game. Now I think I'm missing some water. Yes, that's what I was missing. Water. I love the animations on this stuff right here, so I can actually upgrade this. Do I want to do that? Yes. All right, so that just got rid of that. Let's get some more trees, more lumber. That's kind of what we need. Yeah, because then we'll get these guys right here. Nice. And then if I can get the hospital down, that I think would be stellar. Alright, so I'm going to do this right here. Because this is basically the resources that we kind of need. That's 1 to 1. That's 1 to 1. That's 3 to 1. That's 3 to 1. Okay. Yeah, keep doing that. And then we'll get this one down here. Because that's gone and I can't move it, unfortunately. Well, maybe we can get rid of this tile. That might help us out tremendously if we get rid of this tile. And that way we can put like another resource there, like the clay mine or something. Oozes! Oozes! I didn't fight any oozes. I didn't select any oozes. Did you guys see any oozes? I didn't see any oozes. Is this like a random encounter? Alright, well the trader stopped by. Let's see here. There's the winery, the Whitman house, firing range. This is for musketeers. Okay. Another peasant's house. That'd be fun just to do that. And a brick factory. What do we got here? Flying troops. We don't have that. Increases population. Increases production limits from starting buildings. Receive black oil. Or receive oil. Okay, that's fine, I guess. None of those are really troop training. That would be pretty good for us. Roots and healing pool. I kind of want to go with the troop training or the healing pool. Because we have such weak units, I don't think we're going to last. So let's just do the healing pool. Then we got 45 to play with. Can't get anything there. We could get some wheat. I think I want to do another peasant's hut. Let's do it. Let's just do that. There. Okay, so now that's going there, there. I kind of want to put the water down. And then there's the madhouse. We could do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we need lumber and we need clay. And we need wheat and we need that. All right. I don't have any more wheat fields. I just realized that. So we can't even do the madmen. That's funny. That is funny and sad. That is tragic right now. We can drop this guy right here. And we'll do that. Oh, we got those guys in the backfield. We destroyed them. Oh my goodness. That was like the fastest. Oh, there's the Black Sheep Barn, had I known that was going to come around. The hunters, they're warriors and they're ranged. Building costs, they need grain. I guess we'll do another Whitman's place. Let's do that. Basic production. The Big Well. Let's do that one. The clay mine. Vineyard, wheat field. We need more wheat, so I'm going to take that. There, and where's our spell? Blinding light. Stun the enemy. That could be nice. Grants friendly units evasion. I'm going to do the blinding light because if we heal and then stun, that would be really nice. Receive buildings is an artifact. Receive buildings, magic school, magic college, and the Archmage's University. That's for spells. When constructing buildings, 10% of the resources returned. I'm actually going to do that one. All right, now we get to pick our next thing. Sunface. What is Sunface? Prophecy card. Has 1,000 health. How much do you guys have? I don't know if I've ever seen a wave with 1,000 health. Well, these two have about 1,000 health. Let's have him come next, just to have him get done with. Basic production, and let's do the Lizardmen. That's an artifact. Those are giants. Let's do these and these. And then this is advanced production. Let's get this one. I don't know if I want established production. I guess we'll do that. Let's try it out. All right. The flames of reckoning. From your balcony, you watch smoke rise from the forest. No bread means no royal toast. Tragic, you muse, sampling a grape. A soot-covered scout bursts in. A wildfire is spreading, threatening our fields and farms. The council debates protecting our existing resources or letting the fire create fertile new fields. Interesting. Save the villagers. Resources at all costs. Okay. What a beautiful sight. Troop training. I almost want to do the troop training. Let's do that. You watch the blaze with unsettling glee, composing poetry and playing on your lyre. Amidst the chaos inspired by the glorious spectacle of the flames, your couriers quietly whisper about your sanity. Well, I mean, I am wearing that crown. As you casually order more wine and celebrate the fiery rebirth of your kingdom, while your subjects scramble desperately to control the damage, future historians will certainly remember this moment as proof of your artistic genius or madness. Probably both. All right, fine, fair enough. I'm going to take my reward. Grunts, they do more damage. Yup, right there. That's why I did it. All right, so this was busygamerdad showing you guys more of the game. I think this game is ridiculous. It's funny and it's engaging. It's enjoyable time. This is The King is Watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. I will have a link for this game should you want to try it out for yourselves. Hopefully you guys have had interest in this series. I will have one more episode coming up. I'm going to finish this wave out without you, this round out without you. So don't be too upset with me, but I will come back with more upgrades so you can kind of see a future state of the game and where I've taken it, but not where you might take it. So I hope to see you in that third and final episode. Later.